crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away. Get up off of that thing when it's voting.
How y'all doing, baby?
And
I hope you've had a wonderful Easter.
in November,
Hope the Easter Bunny brought you lots of little eggs and goodies in your basket. I hope you had time with friends and family.
vote.
And that's why we're here tonight.
Don't
So you can visit with friends and family. How y'all doing? Let me get this down before I switch that camera and y'all see my big surprise. Hey! Let's switch the camera. Hey! I'm gonna let that soak in for just a second. How y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. It is Easter Sunday, and I'm so glad y'all are here so we can visit for a bit. Nancy Halverson was the first one to jump in, followed by Bart Larson. Jan Beats is here. Thank you, darling. Oh, where's my thing? The Remixtress is with us, and so is that smart-ass squaw. Thank you very much. Jeff Curry, Bart Larson, Jeanette Miller, Andre Jackson, Bruce Preston, Royal Blue. Happy Easter. Let me see. Pat Hunter is here. Let me see, get on down here and see who else is. Tracy Tobias, my next door neighbor who's been away for a long time but came back. She's been on sabbatical. Anyway, Tracy, I'm glad you're back. Deborah Douglas, BW is here. Carol Lowe, Randy Peterson. Woo, Beach Pig. Beach Pig. Soaking it up, huh, brother? Loving it, loving it. Bernadette Pre, thank you so much, baby, for being here. Let me see, that smart-ass squaw is in the room, baby, so y'all pay attention. Dorothy Tyndall, Mark Perkins. Let me see, I got to get down here. We will not get this started. I got to skip way down here. Find the end of my chat here, baby. Michael Johnson's in the room. I know Stephanie and Jay are in there. I saw that name go by. So thank y'all for being here. Anyway, I got mail. I got mail. How you like my mail? I like my mail. I'm going to use this at the appropriate time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that sign, that flag was sent to me in the mail. I don't know who sent it. I know where it came from. I just don't know who sent it. And there was no name involved in it, just where it came from. And Trump lost LOL, and believe me, I'm going to have that. I'm going to have it on a pole, and I'm going to have it in my truck for the appropriate moment that it would be appropriate. Anyway, that's good. I'm going to leave it up there tonight. I love that. That is so perfect. But wait, there's more for no additional charge. Anyway, that's not all that was in the package. Here we go with it. All right. It came with this box. Very nice box. And I didn't know what was in the box, but when I opened it, I was very surprised. I haven't seen one of these in a long, long time. And it is, y'all remember the other day I had a meerschaum pipe sent to me. This is a meerschaum, if I can hold it still long enough so you can see some of the detail in the carving. Come on, baby. It is, oh, if I quit shaking, very intricately engraved. And I just happen to have a, y'all don't see me do this too often, a cigarette. Well, that's what it is. That's a cigarette holder, a meerschaum cigarette holder. I saw one of these one time a long time ago. I have not seen one since. Cigarette's hard to like. Maybe if I adjust the opening here just a bit. Anyway, the cigarette holder and the flag came from Herculean, Missouri. Herculean, I know I'm saying that. Herculean, Missouri. I'm not going to say it more times than that because every time I start saying it over and over and over, I really screw it up. I was tickled to death to get the package, and when I opened it up, it's not often you see one of these, and that is very intricately carved out of meerschaum, which is fossilized sea foam. Jenny Morgan, glad to see you in there. Michelle Lindsay, happy Easter to all. Let me get help in here because it's Easter, baby, and I have been busy all day. Right at the last minute, Travis came in, had to confirm some of the stuff we need so we can enhance our security system around this house. And so that's what we've been doing. And so I got to order some more shit. Anyway, Bernadette.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, darling? Happy Easter.
I got a big old smile on my face. It's so nice to see Jenny in the room, and Jenny's in the house.
Jenny's in the house.
Hey, Jenny. Yeah, Jenny Morgan. She just popped in.
You said Jenny's in the house. I kept thinking, Jenny's in the house. Jenny better not be in this house.
I know.
I got problems if she's in this house. Wrong Jenny I was thinking about. Yes, I noticed that Jen Morgan was down there. I'm waiting to see if I see a hand, baby. I just would love to see it. But anyway, Misha Chick.
Yes, John.
How are you, and happy Easter?
Well, happy Easter to you too. I had a nice outdoor day today.
Did you?
Sunny and gorgeous, yeah. Yeah. Didn't do anything exciting.
Is the weather agreeing with you up there?
It is. It's starting to.
Outstanding.
We might actually.
We had a nice day. We had a nice day. Everybody was sharing the sun today, so thank you very much. I was outside in it for most of the day.
Bernadette, I was concerned because I seen a weather report where it said atmospheric river coming across the Pacific Northwest, but I now looked closer at the map and I thought, no, maybe she's missing that. So it missed you, I guess.
Today it did, yes. So we're supposed to have a couple of more days of sunshine before we get more rain.
So.
Did you see my cigarette holder?
I did. Wow, what a beautiful
nice?
thing.
It is. It is really nice, and it is very intricately carved. I've been a long time since I've seen one like that. So
yeah, that's cool.
It is. It is rather cool.
John, remind me again what that's made out of.
It's called meerschaum. It is the same. It's the same material that the pipe I talked about. This one right here. This is the same material. And if I could hold it still just long enough, it just looks like a big white ghost. Let me see.
So
there it is.
Is that the actual product, or is that the company that makes them?
Oh no, that is the material it is made from. It's called meerschaum, And what meerschaum is fossilized sea foam. It's
Oh.
very porous. It's like clay, except a little more solid. It's very carvable. So you can find some very intricate meerschaum pipes. You can look it up. Search meerschaum and meerschaum pipes, and you will see some that go back ages, that are worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. And
Wow. Okay. Fossilized sea foam.
Yep.
Is that what you said?
that's exactly
Okay.
what I'm saying. Fossilized
I had-
sea foam.
Okay. I'm unfamiliar with that.
They use it mostly in smoking pipes. Well, they use it for a lot of carvings, period.
Okay.
Decorative carvings of pieces of art. It's used a lot for smoking in pipes and stuff. Y'all are getting a lesson. Because it is very porous and it allows air to breathe into. It's much like briar. It looks like wood, feels like wood, tastes like wood, and
Okay.
but it allows airflow through the wood into the bowl, which cools your smoke, keeps your pipe a little cooler than it normally would be if you made it out of
See,
pine.
you learn something new every day.
Every day you can learn something every day.
Yeah, that's
this
awesome.
cigarette keeps going out.
You got a puff
Too
on
much,
it.
too much air.
Too much air. That's what it is. I'm gonna let that's woo dangerous. Anyway, so what y'all been doing?
Well, I've been outside pruning plants and cleaning up the yard a little bit, which is kind of nice to be able to absorb some vitamin D today. That was really cool. And Jenny, if you're still in the room, if you're in the Blue Dot room, put your hand up so you could come on in and talk with us if you want. If you want to.
I do not see her in there now.
see her there now.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I was tickled to death to see her in there. It's been a long time since we've seen Jen. I hope she's doing well. Just see her there in the room made me feel better.
Yes.
You know. Oh well, look at there. Ed, how are you?
Happy Easter, John.
Happy Easter,
everybody.
Ed. I'm glad to hear you. Are you having a good Easter? Enjoying yourself with family and friends? Whatever.
Very nice, very nice. I want to say, John, you on your next beer and Bud, you need to get some Bud Ice or Bud Light,
Bud Light.
so you can make Kid Rock's head explode.
I was out of beer on Friday. My son, he drinks that Smirnoff Ice. It's clear malt liquor, and
but show
yelly
those
man.
butthurt Trumpers that you drink Bud Ice. I mean, Bud Light.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to remember Bud Light, Bud Ice.
Yes.
Of course, they said, beware of the penguin. And I said to myself, whatever happened to that penguin? Did
Whatever
he ever
happened
get
to that
caught, or
penguin?
is he dead?
I must admit I do have a likening for Mexican beers. I like Corona. I like
Yeah, but
Dos
that's under
Equis.
the Bud Light Budweiser company.
Oh, don't ruin my life telling me that stuff.
And I'm telling you, you need to have Bud Light next time.
It's made
on
by
your
my
beer
buddy
and
Juan
Bud.
down in Mexico.
Call it
That's what it's
Bud
made
and
by.
Bud and Bud Light Friday. Because you can. I want to
Oh,
see Kid Rock's head explode.
Bud
I wanna
Light.
see his
Okay,
head
okay, I get you. It took a minute. It takes a
He's a
minute
little
to get
slow,
into
Ted.
John's head for just a minute there.
No, I'm sorry.
Bud
John.
Light,
I mean,
yeah.
I tried to make things
Bud
more
Light,
explainable.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just kind of too fast.
Yeah, you are. Or I'm a bit slow, one of the two. Jen Morgan,
What?
how are you, dear?
I'm fine.
Hey,
How are you
Jen.
guys?
Good. It's good to hear you, girl.
It is. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
Long
I've been
time.
busy.
Have you
for
been busy?
you.
Good. Busy good
Well,
like
yeah.
things?
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to keep running away from these bastards who want to kill you.
Oh,
Are
shit.
you still doing podcasts and things like that, and still got your voice out there, Jen?
Yeah, I am.
Good.
Awesome.
Outstanding. You want to tell everybody where they can find you?
No,
No. No. If you want to find her, you're going to have to
No,
track
she's-
her down.
I don't have any of. I don't have my own show. I go on other people's shows and stuff, and I don't know when
That's
the
cool.
next one's coming out.
Well,
that's
we,
all.
we are so glad you came back and visit here.
Happy
Thanks.
Easter.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes. By the way, happy Easter.
And happy Hassan Pfeffer Day to you too.
There you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, well, yes. Let me address something that Yelly Man just put in the chat just a minute ago. If you have not heard the story, and I don't have the name of the guy in front of me because I wasn't planning on talking about him. We have our own Rittenhouse down here in Texas, just convicted of murder. A gentleman who drove to a Black Lives Matter protest, armed, looking for shit. He found shit. He shot and killed a man. He was put on trial for 8 weeks, took 14 hours. The jury came back guilty, and what does my governor say? He wants to pardon him. He wants to pardon him. He was just convicted. Oh, what is that guy's name?
Greg Abbott is
Something
the
Perry.
most subhuman governor.
Yeah,
on the
Perry's
planet.
his last name, right? Oh, he's a disgusting piece of shit on wheels. Will deliver. You know, it just move on down the road. But that's who we have. It's all about the pandering to the extreme right here in Texas. That's what he's doing. It's the only thing he hangs on. Much like the discussion in Tennessee this weekend, Texas is gerrymandered to shit. So is Tennessee. But I'm waiting on tomorrow for Tennessee, baby.
His name is Daniel Perry.
Daniel Perry. He's Army. He was in the Army. I won't save your ass.
Army sergeant.
What is
Army
his
sergeant.
rationale for allowing a pardon?
What?
What is his
Abbott.
rationale for allowing a pardon?
He won't, because Abbott feels like he committed. It was all in self-defense.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
right?
Yeah. And the jury and the prosecution went through the whole 9 yards of how many times he had the ability to turn around and leave, but he didn't. He drove his car into the crowd.
Yep.
And this is after what was it, Charleston, where they drove into the crowd?
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville. I'm sorry,
West Virginia.
Charlottesville.
West Virginia.
Yes. Where that kid drove that car into the crowd. This asshole comes to a Black Lives Matter movement and wants to drive his car into the crowd. He was confronted, whips out his gun, and says it's self-defense. Jury didn't buy it. Convicted him of murder. And my governor wants to pardon him.
And I sometimes wonder why they had him reelected in the first place.
You know, it's just, it pains, well, because we're gerrymandered down here.
Yeah, that's true, John, but it's one of those rhetorical questions.
Yeah.
It makes you sometimes wonder how he ever got elected in the first place.
Because he panders to that right-wing nutjob society.
Exactly.
The gerrymandering is real. I mean, what's going on in Texas is as bad as what's going on in Tennessee, which is as bad as what's going on in Wisconsin. They have it gerrymandered so heavily that in our last election, not the one last Tuesday, but before that, presidential, Democrats put out more votes than Republicans and didn't win a single seat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the way that they have it planned right now.
Yeah.
And that's the way they have it set up. And it's so that they can stay in power no matter what.
Republicans lie, cheat, steal. Doesn't matter. Just win. That's what they play.
They just don't want to let go. They don't want to. They don't want to make acceptance. They don't want to accept acceptance.
No, that's not what it's about. That's not at all what it's about. It's about the white man's fear of the demographic in this country changing. And they want to stay in power for as long as they possibly can. And that's what it's all about.
That's what it looks like in Tennessee.
So true, Bernadette.
That's what it is in Tennessee.
That's what it appears to be. And
Exactly.
I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow because Nashville, Central District is going to vote and to replace that seat, to put somebody in that seat.
Yep.
And Justin Jones.
I think it's Pearson.
Is that Pearson? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I get a
Well, they're
mix.
both Justins, so pick one. I don't know which one's there.
Yeah. Let me see.
Well,
Pearson is the one with the more hair, and the other one has his hair pulled back.
Justin Pearson is from Memphis.
Okay.
Justin Jones is from
Justin
Nashville.
Jones will be decided on tomorrow.
Okay.
Memphis was told that if they put Pearson back in the seat, like they plan on doing in Nashville, that Memphis will be denied money by the legislature.
Oh, I think
can't
that's
do that.
bullshit.
That's
I think
Now,
that's
these
bullshit.
guys-
What would that be?
These guys are trying. They're trying to put them back in their seat for the extent of their um the time until
Until a special election. Yes.
can take place, so that they can be voted back in.
right.
They have raised these two young men um up to a national level. Okay.
Oh, they've
And
given
by all
them a
means,
megaphone,
I
buddy.
think that they should. Oh, a way bigger megaphone
Yeah.
than they took into
Then
that
they
well.
used in the House,
Okay.
in the Tennessee House, a
Absolutely.
bigger one,
Absolutely.
and it reaches
Because
farther.
and what we saw last week was the heart of the Republican Party on display for the whole entire country to see that this is coming to a state near you. And if you're in a red state, this is what they're doing. They are trying to squelch the voice and the suppression of people's votes. That's what
That's
this
exactly
is.
what they did in Tennessee. They took the
Yep.
the people's representation out of the House
Body.
on very slim grounds, as has been pointed out. Previous Republicans that have committed discretion, shall we say, in the House, and they weren't expelled. One of them was a pedophile, an admitted
Yeah,
pedophile.
And
They didn't
how about
they
the
didn't throw him out.
representative that pissed in another representative's
Yes.
seat?
Yes. And the thing on that one was, it was a Republican that pissed in another Republican seat.
Yeah.
They're
So that,
hard to do.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, but yeah, that's you talk about
Just the good
decorum,
old boys
really?
being good old boys.
Yeah, just
Well,
some good old boy
by
shit, you know.
kicking these two out.
That happens because in the Republican Party, the number one sport in the Republican Party is pedophilia.
It
Yeah.
it seems to be. It seems to be. In Oklahoma comes to mind real quick. There was an old boy down there that got caught red-handed in the motel room. Oh, I can't remember his name.
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Yeah. Which one?
There, as much as Marjorie Taylor Greene screams about Democrats in that manner, let me tell you, baby, go check your history. There's more Republicans have been busted doing that shit than there is Democrats. Not that either one of them are sinless in that.
Hey, John,
Yes,
while we're
sir.
talking about Tennessee, why don't you drag Angie up here?
Oh,
She'll give you the current caps.
I can't see. Oh, let me see.
Hey, John.
Hi, Angie. How are you doing, dear?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm just I was listening to y'all talk about Tennessee and just kind of winding down from it. I tell you, I ain't never been so damn mad in my life.
I bet.
But you know, that stuff has been going on for a long, long time.
Long
I
time.
mean, long time to where
Yes.
they're not giving members a voice at all because they have the supermajority. It
Mhm.
just so happens that these two guys, thank God, is fucking the system. Like they're not going with that status quo.
Right.
Which those guys are, you know, like Farmer and the other ones are like, how dare you? You know what I mean? Just how dare you come up in my house? That's
Yeah.
that's the
Mhm.
thing that irks me the most. You know, because I thought about this. I was so mad the other day. I know I got in here like at the very end, but I was so mad and I thought, you know, who elects somebody? Because you're hiring somebody. You hire them to do
Right.
a job for you.
Right.
And you say, okay, you go up there and you be my voice. Okay, there is nobody that is electing somebody to do that, and with the understanding that that person is not going to be able to speak about nothing until till he gets into the good old boy club. You know.
Well, they're never going to
nobody-
get into the good old boy club.
Well, no,
That's the
but
problem.
even if they was white, we'll just say that. Well, even if they were white, just no,
either
'cause
play
the way, yeah, you either play along with them, and because these older people think that, oh well, you don't even earn your stripes until you've been here X amount of time. You know, And that's not how it works. I mean, when you put somebody there, they're supposed to start working that day. You're supposed to accommodate them and make sure they got everything they need.
Oh no, they
You
were
know,
never going to accommodate
No.
these brilliant, brilliant young black men. Okay, that's
right?
why the degrading nature and tone of the conversation when trying to excoriate them while they were down in the well defending themselves.
Did any of y'all see uh, Justin Pearson in his father's church today?
No.
No, I didn't.
Powerful, baby.
Yes, he's
Powerful.
powerful. He grew up in the church.
Yes, he
Boy's
did. Let
father
me
is a preacher man,
let me get
and
this.
it showed.
Let me thank Nancy Halverson, who came in with $2 and said, "Happy Easter." Well, baby, happy Easter right back to you. I hope it was a great one. You know, him being in Memphis at his father's church, he not only spoke from that pulpit, he invoked some very powerful words. And those words were from Martin Luther King Jr. 4 days before he was shot dead in Memphis. When Martin Luther was saying that I don't want to mess this up. The movement lives or dies in Memphis. He was talking about the civil rights movement. He was there to
Yes.
give a speech on civil rights in Memphis. And that was his quote from 4 days before the speech, before he was shot, is that the movement will live or die in Memphis. And he alluded it to the death of justice. The movement for justice will live and die in Memphis. He's telling them it's up to them, baby. Send me back is what he's saying. In defiance, and I hope they pay attention. Both of them need to be returned to the house
Oh yeah,
so they
I
can
agree.
continue the fight that they started. That they didn't start this fight.
They will be punched to the gut if they stay outside that house and not and in the national realm.
Indeed.
They will bring these assholes down. Which maybe that's part of the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
More than one way
Did
to
y'all
get a cat.
did y'all see where they're somebody's trying to threaten Memphis about cutting off some funding
Yes.
if
Yeah,
they
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. They did that.
State
They
legis-
did that over the weekend. The
That was
state
fun.
legislature told them that if they send Pearson back to fulfill in the appointed uh, capacity, where the city appoints him to fulfill the term until a special election can take place, that they would cut off funding to Memphis. Yes, very much so.
You ever have an itching right in the middle of your back, and all of a sudden you can't get to the damn thing because your arms are... Anyway,
That's why I have a back scratcher.
I don't have one. I was reaching for something here. I got one right in the square middle of my back. I don't see anything long enough. Oh, well. Grin and bear it, they say.
That's what they said.
Fix my pipe.
But this is the Republican. This is the good old boys of the South. This is where they're trying to take this country back to. Remember, they think the South is going to rise again, and that's what this is all about.
Well, you
This is
throw...
going back to the heart of suppression, voter suppression, and keep people with diversity, their voices down.
I think this has lit a fire. I
Absolutely.
think it's going to light a fire, and it's going to join with the fire that's already growing. You know, I noticed this morning a lot of talk this morning on the talking heads on TV shows. The discussion about the abortion issue, since the judge here in Texas struck down, or is telling the FDA that
Trying
they
to
have
ban
to
abortion.
right
Mm-hmm.
through what's
Across
the name of the drug? Shit. You'd think you'd come prepared, John, but no, I was busy right up to the time I came in. Yes, it's the pill,
It's the abortion pill.
the abortion
Right.
pill, But I hate
Yeah.
calling it that because, as pointed out this morning, it has a lot of other reasons that women have to use that pill besides abortion.
Absolutely.
So this
Absolutely,
judge
John.
in Texas and up in Amarillo just says, well, a drug that has been approved for 23 years, approved 23 years ago, this judge is saying, no, you're going to have to take it off the market because it's not a safe drug. Now, mind you, he's not a doctor. He has no medical experience.
Or scientist.
Yeah, he's just, these are his ideological beliefs. He's a big right-wing Christian. So he doesn't like abortion in any form. So he decides it's not another judge up in Washington State stepped in and ensured that they would be available in, I think it was 17 states or 14.
Yes, the 17 states that is currently available and that they should keep it available. Absolutely.
So it's going to force it to go into the Supreme Court because we have opposing opinions by these two courts.
Absolutely.
And they are equally.
And it'll get there quickly. It'll get there.
Oh,
quickly.
it's going to get there fast.
The DOJ has already put out, their
Indeed.
statement on it, and it's going to get to the Supreme Court quickly, and that's exactly where they wanted this to go.
Yes.
Understand something? That judge down in Texas, in Amarillo, was picked specifically to do exactly what he did.
Yeah. He's a Trump-appointed judge, and that's exactly what he was put on the court to do.
It's that Matthew Kazmarek or whatever his name is again. Yeah. We talked about him before.
This is going to, it shows you where the Republican Party wants to go. In my book, what is that, The Handmaid's Tale? I swear, if they had their way, that's what it would be.
Oh, John,
unfortunately, they
you know
do
what
have
happened in history on this day?
Uh-oh. What happened in history on this day?
1865, Robert E. Lee surrendered.
Really?
You
On
lost.
this day.
You lost.
You
Get
lost.
over it.
Sort of like this guy up here. Trump, you lost.
But
LOL.
understand something. The South lost the war, but they controlled the narrative. They also got that bullshit up there in Congress, the Electoral College, and that shit they keep fighting for in the Senate. That puts a hold on everything. The filibustering.
Oh, filibuster.
Right.
And because of those two things, because of the Electoral College and the filibuster, the South has controlled the narrative about that goddamn war and effectively have changed the history in this country because of the narrative.
Yeah.
That's why they're able
They
to
have been
put up
allowed
fucking,
to fester.
statues and fly
Exactly.
the Confederate flag.
Exactly.
What fucking country allows you to fly a foreign flag
still
in
asking
their
that.
country?
Because I still see that flag every time I drive up and down my road. I see that flag. Really? Right up there, you got the American flag, but right there is that rebel flag. Are you shitting me? Really? Pick a side, asshole. That's all we're saying when we talk about that flag. Pick a fucking side.
But they have
John
picked
Burnett, can I say
John,
something?
Sure.
Sure.
they have picked a side. And please, Ed, please say something.
I know, but here's the thing. You know what really irks me is because they have both the American and the Confederate flag together. You can't have both.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta have one. You got to have one.
I see that every time I walk up and down my street.
Will love the Confederacy. You can't have both.
For some people, they don't care. It's about Southern pride. Bullshit, Southern pride, my ass. That's
John, may I speak to that?
Sure, go ahead, please.
I've done some learning since we've been around together last, and there's a little story about that rebel flag thing.
What's that?
The Confederate flag, the official Confederate flag, was nothing like that. It was the stars and bars. It was closer to the flag of Texas than it was in
Indeed, this is a Tennessee battle flag.
No, it's not.
Uh-oh.
The battle flag of the Confederate Army was a version of that, but it was perfectly square.
Right.
Okay. The rectangular version. Oh, I should also say that battle flag was carried into battle. Okay,
Indeed.
it has gone. The rectangular version was also carried into battle once by a I don't know what division or break
Right.
whatever it was of the Army of Virginia. Once.
Well, let's.
The only other place that uses that flag is the KKK.
There you go. I was fixing to say, where
There you
was
go.
it?
There
Where
you go.
was it most widely used? By the Klan, because
Which started in Tennessee.
which started in Tennessee. Indeed, the birthplace of the Klan is
you know,
Tennessee.
you can't have some two little black uppity boys come into
not
the state
not in
house
their house.
and start running their mouths about what that state house should do as far as protecting the people. Jesus Christ, we are talking about
Hello, Chris.
simplified gun control in this country when gun violence is the number one killer of children in this country.
Yes, yes. But we've been down that road. Doesn't
hope they
matter how
never
many
stop
dead kids you line
protesting
up from
in
here to Kingdom
Tennessee.
Come. You could circle the earth with them, and they're not. They would defy any logic for the
They
love
don't
of their
care
weapon.
about children. They only care about fetuses.
Well, according to the judge in Texas, we're not even going to call them fetuses. We're going to call them unborn children.
Unborn children. Yeah. Play on them
And see,
heartstrings, baby.
This terminology says a lot about what it is that they're trying to do.
There's no doubt about what they're trying to do.
You know, Florida just banned abortions after 6 weeks. They just passed that.
Well, that's because they love children. They just love children. That's why
No, they don't
that's why
love
they also
children.
passed the no permit, concealed carry.
Exactly.
Because they love
So
children.
They don't love children.
No, they don't. The whole abortion issue is, in my opinion, it's bullshit. It was brought up by the religious right because it's the only thing they can throw at you that's hard to argue about. Well, you don't love babies? Well, of course we all fucking love babies. Well, you don't want to see the baby born? We all want to see the baby born. But it's not up to your ass whether that baby is born. You weren't there in the bedroom, buddy. Get your ass out of the bedroom. If you weren't the one making the baby, you ain't the one in charge of it.
But John, I think the religious right is only supporting that idea. There's a bigger thing behind the birth rate and stuff.
Yeah,
The
Elon
replacement
Musk keeps
theory?
saying it.
Yes, there's that.
Yeah.
Which doesn't exist, only in their minds.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed. It's because paranoid sells on that side. That's
Yes,
what
it
that's what the
does.
right has to sell is paranoia. They're coming for your guns. They're coming for your job. They're coming for your baby. It's all bullshit, but it sells good.
I want to offer a prediction.
What?
The abortion drug RU-486, by the way, is that drug.
RU-46.
RU-486 is they're
The day
trying
after
to,
pill.
get rid of it, whether it's by banning or whether it's by forcing the FDA to put it back into experimental, blah blah blah. However they do it, it's an experimental process that they are testing the waters for going after birth control next.
You said
You're
it.
absolutely right.
There it
There
is.
I guarantee you that is their
That's
next.
going to be
it
the next
is.
step. You know it.
Yep.
No, that's absolutely. They've already said this shit. They've already said it. Why is it? What are we not paying attention?
We're still standing there with a dumb look on our face, thinking, "You got to be shitting me." Are you serious? Yes, they are serious.
Yes, they are serious.
It's just any way they can control. It's man. I'm telling you, I'm glad I'm not a woman. I'd be more pissed off than I am now, and
You
I'm
know
pretty well
what?
pissed off about
You
this
know
shit.
what?
But think about it. Look at Wisconsin, baby. What happened up in Wisconsin? Because of the abortion issue, too, and it was pointed out again this morning because it was being talked about so much, that the Wisconsin Supreme Court has switched to liberal with this one election, and the biggest issue on the ballot was abortion.
You want to hear a piece of that didn't hit the major news?
What's that?
the Republicans in the Wisconsin legislature have been getting together and trying to plan how they're going to impeach her before she even takes office.
Oh, really?
I heard that.
Yes.
Oh, really? Impeach her on
Yeah.
Oh,
what
yeah.
grounds?
They have
have
a
no
super
grounds.
majority. They could do it.
I heard that they can't. Even if they want to, they can't, because they might try to impeach her after she puts out a first ruling or something like that. But
How
as
can
it
you
stands,
impeach her?
by her going in, she's done nothing wrong to impeach her, and so they can't, technically by law, do that to her.
Right. They're claiming she's too partisan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
she hasn't even been there yet. How can she be partisan?
Please. Make me laugh. Let me thank
Nita.
Just Coggins, who came in the room with $5 and said, I hope Biden says, don't worry, Memphis. If they remove your state funding, federal infrastructure funding can be shifted towards you. Oh, let me say, oh, I hope Biden says, I thought you said he did say it. Yes, I wish he would. Because that's what they're threatening right now, to cut their funding. Bullshit. I think that's challengeable there.
Does sound like a change.
It
Go ahead and
does.
try, mofo.
Mofo. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is, I'm telling you, 24 is shaping up to be one of the most consequential election periods in our lifetime, even surpassing Donnie Boy.
Yeah.
This is going to come down to the issues of what America stands for and what we want, what kind of future we want to see. Because we
And
see
I think-
what the Republicans doing.
Yeah, and people really, really need to pay a lot more attention to those state level things. And
They need to,
Yeah.
because that's where and it's a shifting demographic. These red states, more and more people, especially down here in the South, more and more people are moving down towards the South. Better weather conditions. The major corporations, they build down here because the weather is less inclement to their business. And so a lot of people move, and that demographic is moving south. So the only way Republicans can hold on to anything nowadays is either damn well incite them to insurrection or gerrymander the
Or
shit out of it.
Suppression, absolutely. And they've been working on suppression for a long time. They finally got the Supreme Court to go along with them and say it's a political thing. We're not going to do anything about it, which is bullshit.
Let me read this. I want to read this because it just came by and I just saw it. Timothy. Okay. Two comments. The first one said, when I've been seeing people trash liberals, I paste the Wikipedia definition and ask which part don't they like. And here's the definition. Liberalism is a political and moral philosophy based on the rights of the individual, liberty, consent of the governed, political equity, and equality before the law. That's what the definition. Yes, I am a liberal.
The problem is we don't have equality in
No.
the law.
No. And,
No, we
and,
don't.
and back that up by saying, in reality, we never have. We're not
No.
there yet. We're not to the mountaintop. We're not.
That's what the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th Amendment was supposed to give us. But they are
But-
using that against us now. The 13th
do we do?
Amendment really allows for legalized slavery in the United States of America.
In the justice system, yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
And 14th Amendment, is separate but equal. Well, as long as they're separate, that part's okay.
Separate but
Okay.
equal.
I think I heard
don't think-
earlier this week that the prison system is like number 3 in the amount of money that's made.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Big
big
business
time.
in
They're
this.
listed on the
Yeah.
stock exchange.
Yeah.
And the value is based on how many prisoners they have. More prisoners you got,
Absolutely.
more production. It's a business. And I'm glad to see that the whole idea of bail is being challenged because it adversely affects the poor. You know, if you've got some money in the
Absolutely.
bank and you commit the same crime as a poor guy, well, hell, you're going home. The poor guy, he's got to sit in jail because he ain't got no bail. That's bullshit.
That's right.
It's not based on any justice or legal. Sometimes.
What do you think? What do you think about Idaho passing a law now that forbids and will prosecute any woman who crosses state lines to have an abortion?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, trafficking.
Trafficking.
I think
I think
that they're
they're pushing up a
violating
rope.
federal commerce laws that says that you cannot
Interfere
do that.
in interstate commerce.
That's correct.
Did you
And
did
neither,
you happen
and
to
neither
see
can they
the?
stop it from the pill from going through the mail because that's also federal interstate commerce.
Commerce. You were going to
Did-
say, Michelle?
Which has nothing to do with states' rights. And see, that's you know, Clarence Thomas should be a clear indication as to why this system is a two injustice system that we have in this country. One if you have money, and one if you
If
don't.
you don't.
And
Exactly.
Donald Trump is clearly a
Oh,
representative
Donny Boy.
of that.
I think we're going to see a whole lot more activity on Donny
I
Boy
can't wait.
pretty soon, in May, next month, I think. And speaking of May, let me throw. No, wrong one. Damn it. Let me remind everybody, and we're going to be meeting in San Antonio on May 19th, 20th, and 21st for a Blue Dot family meeting. So if you are within San Antonio range, please. It looks like I'm going to be staying at the courtyard. I don't know. It's on West Tribes. I'll put it out in San Antonio, but I want everybody to know that's where we are going to be on May 19th. Looking forward to it, baby. I'm looking forward to getting downtown.
Right on.
Go up there and see San Antonio for a little bit. Yes, the E. Jean Carroll rape defamation case is April 24th.
Yep.
Coming up right around. I mean, there's all sorts of irons in the fire right now. We're waiting out of Georgia, and we believe that's going to happen the first part of May. So, and I think that's going to be a strong case. That's a RICO case. That's a organized crime type thing. I'm waiting.
Because what we heard on tape, what he clearly in his own voice said was some organized crime shit.
Yeah. I just need you to find 11,780 votes. That's one more than we have. I don't understand that sentence. Because we won the state. No, you're trying to steal the state. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we have Ossoff and Warnock in the Senate.
That's exactly
and perfectly
right.
balanced.
That's exactly
Which is
right.
perfectly, yeah. If only the House would have been more balanced. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's just every one of these GOP candidates are all far right and all QAnon. It's just I don't know why I'm wasting my time.
That's all the right has anymore in there. I'm trying desperately hard to find a conservative in the House that is still halfway sane, that hasn't kissed the ring of Donnie. You know.
Good luck
Have we
with that,
talked
John,
about-
because we can't find no one in the Senate that's conservative and no longer sane.
It's not about being conservative anymore.
No.
They have an agenda that they have been pushing for a long time, and they're finally seeing moves on that agenda, and they're running with it like it's wildfire, and it's spreading all across this country. It ain't about being a conservative.
No.
It's about seriously suppressing people's right to vote, and that's why I say we need to start this campaign of getting out the vote now. And not wait
Yeah.
till
No,
2024.
we can't wait.
It needs to be going
You
on
need
now.
to be ready and make sure. And again, if you have the ability or inkling, I highly encourage you to call your local Democratic headquarters. Just call them up and just say, hey, I'm local here in your district, and I was thinking about trying to get involved. Is there any way I can help? And I don't like to do this, that, or that. But is there something else I can do? They will find somewhere where you can help. I don't care if it's just stuffing envelopes or mailers and stuff like that. There is a lot of things.
Send money.
Yes,
That's what I do.
send donations. And let me thank Keith Thompson, hoorah, who came in with a $5 donation and said, in a way, I am glad the right-wing nut jobs are exposing themselves as what they are. Indeed, and I think this, Keith, that's what the big talk was this morning, is how this issue with abortion is really going to be the bell ringer for the 24 election, as is forewarned by the winning in Wisconsin, where that was the number one issue, and now with this judge in Texas trying to do away with a pill that's been legal and marketed on for 23 years, and all of a sudden he's going to pull it out of his butt that he doesn't think this, that, or the other. Fuck you. Ain't up to you for that reason. Find a legal reason. He didn't, though. It's just his ideological view of what oh man, I need glasses. I say that everything. Have to lean over and I still can't see. Anyway, this is, they say it's going to be a driving issue in the 24 election. And it is going to stimulate more women, more young women, to get out and vote.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope
And
it-
then-
And
realize that
and
their
it
ultimate
should
goal is a complete fascist state, right?
What's
Yes.
that, Ken?
absolutely.
That their ultimate goal is a complete fascist state.
Yes.
Be a theocratic fascist state.
Don't think for a minute that's not what the Republicans stand for, fascism.
Just checking.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. We're on
It-
board with that.
It's
We know what we're
it's
doing.
corporations, baby. They want, like I said, it's not going to be we the people. It's going to be we the wealthy. We'll let you know what's good for
Because
you.
because just like the judge in Texas was bought, just like the judge that was handling the papers case down in Florida was bought, just like Clarence Thomas's
Oh, there's a whole other
is
story right there.
bought. Yes.
I
this
see
is
AOC
about
wants to have
fascism.
him impeached.
Absolutely, he should be impeached.
He should be.
Slimy
He put
son of
this
a
thing out
bitch.
that he said that he asked his fellow judges, I guess, is what I'm doing okay? And they said, yeah, go ahead. Like that was the test of law you went through, is just ask your buddy.
Right.
But besides that, when he said, and that's what caught everybody's ear, he said he's been friend with this guy for 25 years. Well, you've been a judge for 30.
Yeah.
So this friendship was developed with this billionaire 5 years after you became a Supreme Court judge, and all of a sudden you get lavished on for decades, trips all around the world, first class, and boy, howdy shit. And you don't think any of it's, and he tries to say that he had no business in front of the court.
And what
Are
was
you
there about-
shitting me?
11 different things that they found that his friend was involved with that came before the court.
I haven't seen the list yet, but you knew it was bullshit the minute it came out of his mouth.
Yep.
Absolutely, just like he likes to park in Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, I
that's
saw
bullshit
that.
too.
Uh-huh.
I never seen no
I like to
Walmart
stay in
parking lot,
contact with the little
on some,
people. Yeah.
Where you
Kiss
pull the
my
yacht up
ass.
to the docks and there's a Walmart. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah. I'd rather stay at the Walmart parking lot than any RV park. Are you shitting me? I drove an RV. You're a lying sack of shit is what I think. And I think he's lying on the money part too. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he knew it was unethical to do it. If he didn't, what is he doing being a Supreme Court judge? Angie.
People
Hey,
don't
y'all,
realize that there's a
It's been
difference
going
between
on
the
for
law
a
and
long
ethics.
fucking time.
It has.
Hi, everybody.
There is
Yeah,
there
I'm
is
sorry.
no ethics committee that governs the Supreme Court. They have a form that they're supposed to say, "Oh yeah, we're supposed to take that into consideration."
Yeah.
But there's nothing that says that they have
No,
to.
there's no rules. Because, they're
Nothing.
all so ethical that they're above reproach. I don't think so. Let me see.
Yeah, well-
let's get K Graham. Huh?
Karen.
It's Karen?
It's Karen.
Oh,
Yes.
Just wondering, you-
I wanted to say hi to everybody, and I also wanted to know if anybody heard about Victor Boot sending
Yes.
a message that his life was in danger and inviting him to move to Russia so that he can be protected.
Yes, I saw that.
are you shitting me?
No, this is the guy that we traded
Oh, shit.
for Brittany
Oh.
Grimes, the
Brittany
basketball
Griner?
star.
Yes.
Yeah, Brittany. Yes, this is the guy that we traded. Now he is considered the what was it? He has some
Yes.
name in the world because he sold small arms to
He was an arms dealer.
yeah, he's an arms dealer across the world,
Right.
and that's why we had him in jail. Okay, because he's an arms dealer. Invited Trump to come over to Russia because he feared for his life here in America.
Because Trump fears for his life here in America?
No, because Victor feared for Trump's life.
Oh,
So he
Victor feels
invited
for
him to
Trump's
come.
life.
Yes, he feels
Oh.
like something's going to happen to Trump. So he invited
Oh.
him over to Russia.
telling him to get out of Russia. Tell him to get out of the
Well,
states.
if I was Trump, if I heard that, the first thought I was having in my head was, is Russia planning on putting a hit on me? You know, I think something's going to happen to Comrade. Fall out of window, maybe. You know.
No one's ever going to assassinate. No one's ever going to assassinate Donny Boy.
No.
Many people want to see him in orange.
No, I don't want him to die. No. I want him to stand account. I don't want him made a martyr.
Yep.
I want him
I
held
want
account for what he's done.
I want him to die, and I'm just going to say that. I think the world will be a better place if his ass
after-
wasn't in it.
After
Okay.
justice is done.
Just
Careful
I'll
with
have a
those
heart
names.
attack
You know
and
how
get
the
over
Trump loyalists are.
Beside the fact that it would save America a whole lot of
Whole
money
lot of
for
money.
all the
Whole lot of money.
we have to go
Yep.
through in court.
And then we could pick his bones when he's gone. I don't really give a shit. I just,
Or, you know,
my concern
just
is
on
for
his
my country
grave.
and what that man has done to our country since he walked on the stage, since he came down the freaking elevator and declared himself God of the Republican Party, and that's exactly what he did. And I think everybody that is still following him to this point, you have thrown your religion, your God, your country, your flag, everything. You've thrown it in a ditch and pissed on it because it means nothing. No Bible. You read the? Are you shitting me? And you support that guy? Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I question your Christianity if you do. I do. I don't. How can any patriotic American and any good Christian American, how can you support that bullshit? He's immoral, unethical, you name it, he is it. It's a disgusting disgrace for this country that he was even allowed in our house. And he brought his freaking bare-ass naked wife with him. Where's all them Christians? Have you seen the pictures of her hanging her ass out the airplane? Yeah, good Christian values, I'm telling you.
The Christians don't care because there is a movement of Christian nationalism,
Yes,
not white Christian nationalism. A lot of people think it's white Christian. It is not white Christian nationalism. That's where they made the mistake. As long as you are whatever color, as long as you agree with their brand of Christianity, you are accepted.
indeed. I agree with you, but even within that demographic, there is the white Christian nationalists are mixed in with your Christian nationalists, and they tolerate each other. That's what bothers me. Is that good Christian nationalist? He's sitting there in that bed with the white Christian nationalist. He's putting a caveat on what kind of Christian, and that's okay with the Christian nationalists, and that's the part I have a problem with.
John, I think there's three things going on three groups simultaneously in this. The billionaires and corporations, the white supremacy movement,
Yes,
and the Christian nationalists.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Can I make a statement on
Sure.
this? It's not three things. It's all one thing. It's White Nationalist Party of
They're all together.
which is
It is. It's a
currently
one
the
ball of
GOP.
wax.
It
Because,
is
like
the
I say,
White
they.
Nationalist Party
I
in this
think
country right now.
The separation is. Go ahead, G.
It's things that are working together because they're all going to accomplish their goals by working, there are separate goals by working together.
Yes,
It is
they are working together.
that they are all going to benefit by going in the same direction.
It's always been their plan. They've been doing this for 40 fucking years.
Yes,
It's always been their plan.
Bernadette, there is a guy, his name is Schaefer, I mentioned it for last,
His name is what?
Frank Schaefer. Years ago, his
Frank Schaefer.
father was a big evangelist, wrote many books. Him along with guys like Billy Graham. I can't think of some of the other leaders going blind. But they got together with politicians, right-wing politicians, and made an agreement. They are working on and have been doing this for the last 40 or 50 years.
Yeah.
Frank Schaefer has a podcast. You can get it on YouTube, Facebook. It's free.
Right.
It's called Frank Schaefer in Conversation with, and the first one is the one I would really like everybody to check out is Frank Schaefer Conversation with Bradley Onishi. Bradley Onishi studied the Christian nationalist movement.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Frank Schaefer.
How all of these things combine to bring this shit about, and how serious it is, and how dangerous, and to what length these people are willing to go to, up to and including destroying democracy, doing away with the Constitution.
Yes.
In fact, that's one of their main goals, because they cannot bring this other stuff in because of democracy and the Constitution.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, they've been doing it right in front of our faces for a long fucking time.
Creeping little by little, so you don't
This
notice.
is what's his name that has supplied the Supreme Court with all their judges for their side to make these current rulings that we are now being forced to live under. This has been going on for a long fucking time. The money in politics is part of the problem. And it is allowed for white nationalism to rise up in this country to the level that we see it at today. It's all about the money and keeping America white again. That's why Donald Trump was so popular.
That's what he sells, baby.
The only
That's what he
difference, Karen,
sells.
is he's not hiding it anymore. Out in the
Nope.
open and plain.
No, they are not hiding it. They're not hiding it at all. And if Trump goes down, Ron DeSantis is the next one in line.
Ron boy.
Ron DeSantis is about to be chewed up to.
I think so
by,
too. I
Disney.
think he's fixing to meet his match on the national stage. Ronnie,
Have you been following that thing with DeSantis and Disney?
yes, I have. Disney's kicking his ass every time he turns around. I'm loving it.
Disney is already prepared for the next thing that he's going to try, which is to.
They're gonna.
which is to
Disney,
call
I
out
assure you, is going to stay
make
two
them
steps
not
ahead of
say
him.
anything anymore.
He's
He's going to take away their First Amendment rights, and they're going to win when they go to court.
Yep, I have no
Trust
doubt.
us.
I'm putting my faith in the mouse. I'm
Yep.
backing
Yeah,
the
well,
mouse.
you know what? I don't
It's a
think that
global,
Ron
it's a global
DeSantis.
conglomerate. You can't beat it.
I don't
That's
think
like-
that Ron DeSantis will be able to sell his bullshit to the rest
No,
of America.
If
Oh,
you
he'll
check
get a
his
few,
poll numbers
don't get me
outside of
wrong.
Florida, he's
Don't
not
get
that
me wrong.
popular.
Outside of Florida, he ain't gonna fly.
Nope.
Remember what I told you the last time I talked about it, though. He's not looking for the regular votes.
Oh,
No.
he's looking to do it Donnie's way.
He's looking for delegates to be nominated, and
Yep.
he's going to go for the electors.
He's going for the
and that's what
electoral
I'm saying.
college, and that's
I,
what he's concentrating on.
and that's why we got to, you know,
That's
when
where
we
we
take
come
back,
in.
when we take it back in 24, which we have to make a concerted effort.
We have to, this, you know,
back.
24 is going to be, like I said, it's going to be a defining moment in the history of this country. Because if it goes back into Donnie's hands, into the Republicans' hands, I don't give a shit who it is. Look at the path they're on right now. It's not difficult to factor that out and see what the destination is. It's not good for the working people of this country. Unless you happen to be extremely wealthy, which I don't think any of us are, yeah, it's not going to be a pretty place for us. Let me thank Keith Thompson, who came in with another $5. Keith, thank you very much, and said, people of color have known this put down. Now the plantation owners are using it on white brothers and sisters. Hello. Control the masses, baby. That's us. This is. It all hinges on our ability to get the vote out, because everything hinges on that. Everything hinges on if we vote. And when Democrats and when independents come out en masse, guess what? We win. And that just showed up in Wisconsin on the Supreme Court vote down there, up there. This whole journey that America has been on for 247 years is coming to that fork in the road, baby. We've been down lots of forks. This, you know, we've managed to forge through the path that we had to go. But the fork is coming up, baby, and if we take the wrong turn, there's rapids up ahead. There's rough water up ahead.
John,
It's
the Christian nationalist movement, according to Schaefer, is in this for the long haul. We're going to be saying for the foreseeable future that every next election is the most important election.
It is. Every
And
election
the
is the most important election of your life if you look at it right.
Right.
Because
And
our
the-
whole system depends on citizen involvement. Our system is based to guide this country in the people's will. But if the people get complacent, listen, I'm not going to go vote this time. Shit, I'm going to the beach, man. I got to go to the beach that day. Bullshit. Go to the beach next fucking weekend.
You know what? I don't see these kids coming out of these schools and protesting in these state houses being complacent. I don't see that. And that's the next voting block.
And
These
why do you
fuckers'
think
days are
Nashville
numbered.
ended
They're
up the way it
numbered.
was?
As long as schools are targets for people to shoot at, these kids are going to come out and vote.
And indeed.
There has been 142 mass shootings since the year started. That's
Isn't that sad?
ridiculous.
That's pitiful.
Ridiculous.
Leading cause of death for kids is guns, and that's what Nashville was about. And you saw
Yep.
the response from the Republican Party in Tennessee. It
Yep.
wasn't about the guns. All of a sudden, it's about the decorum in our Tennessee House. Yeah, we'll get to the gun thing later. No, that's what that was about. That's why they stood in the well of that house. That's why they used the megaphone. Was because that's the issue, not the decorum in the house. Are you shitting me? You're trying to sweep the issue under the rug and I don't know, come up with some other bullshit. Well, we got to deal with this decorum in the house. We can't have a discussion here if we can't have proper decorum. Fuck your decorum. When kids are dying, that passion was real, and America saw it.
They came at that in the wrong direction, and now they've doubled down,
Yeah.
and then they're going to try and quadruple down. It's like they're too embarrassed to say that they fucked up.
Look, I'm going to say something, and I know that there are a lot of people out there that disagree with this premise. But I've said it before, that this country is not going to change until one of these people stand up and say, this is what my kid looked like after the shooting. I'm talking about an Emmett Till moment.
Yeah.
With an open
I've thought
casket
the
and show what
same
happens.
thing. I've thought about that too. I have, because these people, if they don't see it, literally,
It didn't
That's
happen.
the problem. That's the problem. We can shout all the words and
We can
put
get
our
angry.
voices and bodies on the line until we see what these guns are doing to the little tiny bodies that they're ripping apart, just like that doctor out of Uvalde came and said when he
Yeah.
spoke to the Congress. They are ripping their bodies apart.
Just
And
put it,
that
plain
man
it. James
cried.
Price said it just plainly. Show them the image of a kid getting their head blown off with an AK.
Yep.
It'll take their
Or-
fucking head right off. You want to? Yeah.
They don't want to see it. Because
No, they don't want to see
they're
that.
just- they're
It'd be
just too
disturbing.
They're
It,
too
it,
cowardly.
and you know, it's a damn shame that it would be left up to a victim's family to do that. But until
Yeah.
that happens, this country is
You know-
not going to change.
They wouldn't even have to do that. All they'd have to do is set up a little plastic dummy, something lifelike.
It's
you
not
know.
the same.
It's not the
No,
same.
that- you know.
same.
Honey,
It is not the same. Look, when Mimi Till put her son's image out there for the whole world to see what was done to him, that made a
That changed
difference in the
people.
civil rights movement.
That
I
changed
get
people.
it. I get it. But they're never going to let that
No.
happen.
No.
But,
Hey,
but
No.
if you could, what they can do with prosthetics and whatnot, and they can
I've
make
seen all
something
that with the
more-
ballistic material and how a bullet rips through ballistic material, or you even use something like a hog or something like that, and you can see the trail and the damage that the bullet does
it's
to
not the same.
flesh. It is not the same as a child having to be identified by her fucking shoes.
That
I'm sorry.
we all.
I'm sorry.
No, baby,
But
don't
it's
be.
disturbing. It
It
is
is.
disturbing.
You
It's
know,
disturbing.
Bernadette, I'm just as upset about it as you are. Trust that.
I
Trust
think
it.
we all are. We all are, and they're all in the same
I
direction.
know.
what?
But
Y'all, I've
There are
said
two
this
Bernadette's
before.
feeling
really
of
upsetting you.
until
I
this
have
country
A
faces that.
13-year-old child that goes to school, and to say that I'm in fear of him going to school because he has to deal with racist shit every
if
time he fucking goes to
Anybody,
school.
if anybody
Yes,
ever wants to
yes.
know what motivates Bernadette and why Bernadette is always
it
so
is.
passionate about the issues that we talk about, you can find it in that boy.
I can
You don't
have,
wanna
I
give
have
us
to,
more
I
than
have
another
to
Dominic.
have conversations with my grandson, the littlest blue dot, and tell him when you go
Yeah.
into the classroom, you make sure you pick out which closet you're gonna get in. So should some shit start,
And Bernadette has been not only has Dominic in school, she was a teacher for a while, and she knows what goes on in schools. All right, the reality of what maybe the parents don't see. So
I
yeah,
had a school
always
teacher
remember,
tell
people,
me
if you want to
he
know where
got a
her passion comes
stipend.
from, it comes from him.
he got a stipend from the school to put some window film up on her windows in her classroom so that an
Yeah.
active shooter couldn't see in.
Couldn't see
They
in.
don't need to see in, they just need to blast.
Shoot through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Bernadette,
That's all that she was given to protect her classroom
Yeah, that
was
helped.
window film.
So much has to be done in this country.
Bernadette, can I say something?
Please do. 'Cause
You know
I'm
what was harrowing? 2 weeks after that shooting, but 2 weeks earlier, when I saw the new two images that harrowed me, was one of the school children were on the bus leaving the scene, very sad, who was sad and very crying, and the other was the scene of an emergency room, the aftermath of an emergency room cut with blood everywhere. It was a harrowing scene. I mean, it's just, I would never say that the GOP today would just all fall on deaf ears.
It does.
It's just, they fall on deaf ears. That's all I could tell you. They fall on
The
deaf
little
ears.
girl down in Uvalde that wiped her friend's blood all over her body. so that she looked
So the
dead.
shooter would think she was dead.
Yes.
The frame of
Just
mind that
to
little girl had to be in to
survive.
do that is frightening.
Just to survive.
That's frightening.
That is frightening.
But yet it happens over
Dominic,
and over again, and
Dominic
that's why
came
we
home
were
from
in Nashville.
school on Friday. Came home from school on Friday. Good Friday, mind you. And told me he was an hour late from getting home. And I was beginning to wonder, where the hell is he? Okay? He was an hour late because somebody was in their truck ramming the back of the goddamn bus.
What? Did this
Yeah.
just happen?
What? Yeah. Friday.
Really?
And they had to, yes.
Did they get the guy that was hitting the bus?
I'm sure that they did.
I'm hoping they damn sure did.
And they had to call another bus out. And that's why he was late coming home from school on Friday.
You guys want to know why they're not doing anything about these kids getting killed?
Money. That's
Gun
be my
lobbyists.
guess. Gun lobbyists.
Gun lobbyists.
That's me. It's Karen.
Yes, Karen.
Do you want to know why these GOP, these MAGA GOP, are not doing anything about these shootings where these kids are getting killed?
Why?
Because the movement looks at this as a war. And in war, there's going to be casualties
Preach it.
of war. And they don't care.
Well, I'll agree with that.
Bingo.
They don't care.
They don't care.
No,
That's
they're,
pretty
you could
obvious,
you
but
could
they're
line
not
dead
doing
kids
a
up from here to
goddamn
Washington
thing.
D.C. They're not going to do a damn
their
thing because
kid, they don't
there's
care.
more money. Every time we get into this, the same fucking thing keeps coming up into my fucking head. That we have seen it happen over in other countries. Why can't our fucking government come up with a gun buyback program? You can start at least taking the fucking guns off the street as we have.
Because of the money,
It's the
John.
money, baby.
It's the money. Follow the money, John. Follow the money.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. We could do that. Is the simplest thing. All it requires is a budget appropriation. You could start it tomorrow, but it doesn't happen in this country. There's a lot of shit that doesn't happen in this country. Fucking high-speed rails all over fucking Europe and Japan and everywhere else. We got it? Fuck no. We still got freight trains going off the fucking rail. Money, baby. God
It's all
knows.
follow the money, John. Follow the money.
Fascism, baby. It's coming to America. That's what fascism is. When corporations run, when money is more important than people, baby. They don't give a shit about you. They want a workforce that is poor, hungry, and needing a job. And they want to keep your ass that way.
John, it's neoliberalism at its finest.
I'm sorry, dear. I have a hard time hearing. It's what?
It's neoliberalism at its finest, where the
Neoliberalism.
where the corporations making money, the market making money, is the factor. People and their needs do not matter. Therefore,
How much money you got in the stock market? How much y'all got in the market?
nothing.
I got shit in the market. You know, that market's not made for you. Now, there's a whole lot of people with 401ks that have money in the market. So that's the danger for the working people out here is they have a lot of retirement funds in that. But it's a rich man's game, baby. That your fiddly ass money don't mean shit in the market.
No.
You know, the fascist Republicans want to holler how much they care about kids and all the rest of
No, they
that with
don't.
the abortion and all. Yeah, I know that they don't.
Yeah.
They don't, Bernadette. Their kids don't go to public school.
You guys are missing my point.
No, we got you.
There is a act that was passed by Congress on the books that allow for gun manufacturers and ammo manufacturers not to have any responsibility for the products that they make in this fucking country. And as long as that act is on the books and those companies cannot be held accountable for the product that they are making, causing detrimental life
At the very least, we could make them put insurance.
Who are
Got
children?
insurance on your fucking
Who-
car.
They are the number one killers of our children. Is gun violence in this country, and as long as the gun companies are able to manufacture and sell their products
Yep.
in this country and not be held accountable for it, this shit is going to continue.
Hey, you know something? We're not the only country you can own guns. You know, Japan is one of the most. They got guns.
Mexico-
You can have a gun in
Mexico
Japan
is suing
if you can
America
pass all the
behind that
fucking
law.
regulations that is concerned in having that weapon. Insurance, where it is. You have a gun in your house, you have to give the government same thing in Switzerland. You'd have to have a fucking map of where in your house is that gun. You got a gun, insurance, baby. You got to have lots of insurance. Something could go wrong here. You know, like car accidents. There are so many fucking hoops that you have to jump through in Japan to get a weapon, to get a permit for a weapon. It's not worth it, baby. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. Every fucking months and months of investigation on your ass. They don't have a problem with guns.
I came upon a new meme today on Twitter. It was a photograph of a guy from behind. He, has his khaki camouflage shorts and his camouflage top and his
Right.
baseball hat, and 4 semi-automatic handguns strapped to his sides. About eight clips.
Yeah, I get that
And-
picture.
And the question, and the
Probably
meme
has a
was said,
small pecker.
why do you need this in Marion, Ohio?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question. Why do you need that AR?
Have a small pecker, John. You
That's
have a small
exactly
pecker.
the answer. It's the only way I can play Army. That's the answer to most of them.
Are you in Marion, Ohio?
Am I?
No, the guy that just talked about Marion, Ohio.
That
Well,
was
that's
Ed.
What it said. I don't know if it really is. That's what they wrote on the meme.
Oh, 'cause I live like 20 minutes away from there. I live in Bucyrus, Ohio.
I saw somebody a little while ago say they lived 5 hours away from me. That means you're close enough to go to San Antonio. I'm going to have to drive. Let me see. 3. I got to drive 3 hours, 3.5, something like that. Get sent. Usually
I
takes me
wish-
4.
I wish I could come. That's my birthday.
Oh, is it?
May
Oh, well, we
19th.
do wish you could make it. I know it. We're not going to, I don't know how many people that we're going to, I just know of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 of us right now that I've confirmed are going to be there. I don't know, I have no idea of who actually is going to show up, who's going to make that kind of trip. If you're in the San Antonio area, again, that's, let me put that back up here. Where'd my mouse go? I want my buttons back. Nope, wrong one. On the 19th, 20th, and 21st. This all started when John and Carolyn Majesco out of North Carolina contacted me and said, John, we're going to be there. You think you can make it? Well, hell yeah. If there's a blue dot within that range and they want to meet up, hell yes, I'm going to go. I'm going to make that up. So that's how this all started. But I don't have no idea of how many are going to be there. But I'm looking forward to it. How many of them?
Well, I don't drive. I sure as hell would not get on an airplane. So I will be with you in spirit.
Well, we
Absolutely,
appreciate
me too.
that. We will go live. We'll be live in San Antonio. I'm sure the place we're going to be staying. In San, I know they got Wi-Fi, so hell yeah. We're going to be live at some point. Wave to everybody that's not there. So yeah, it's going to be a kick in the butt time. We've done this before. I love San Antonio. Who doesn't like San Antonio? San Antonio is just a kick in the butt. The Riverwalk is just strolling up and down the Riverwalk would be enough for a lot. But the Mikado, there's shopping to do there and whatnot.
Besides, Mitch said he was buying puffy tacos
Puffy tacos.
again.
We're getting puffy tacos again. So, yeah. We had the last one was just, but we've had a few, and every one of them is David Robinson, the guy I call badass. We sat up all night talking, talking and toking all night long, and it was just great. Mitch Goldstein on that trip, just a wild time, and you know where he is right now, right? Anybody know where Mitch is right now?
He's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
Yeah.
In Aruba,
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Somewhere warm and islandy.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's island hopping. He's putting posts on Facebook with
Did he
islands
right
in the
on.
background and beautiful water and stuff.
Did he go into Costa Rica at some point too?
I don't know if
Did he already do that?
I don't know. I can't remember where he was. St. Lucia, I think, is one of them where he was just now. But yeah, they've been island hopping out there. Loving it. I'm glad to see it. He looks relaxed.
Right on.
So does Julie. Julie looks like she's having a great time.
Right
So,
on.
I'm loving it. Uh-oh. I swear I need new glasses. I'm working on it. Y'all don't give me shit.
You're not working hard enough on
I
it,
know
John.
it. Hello, Miss Linda. I'm
you
sorry,
hear me?
baby. Have you had your hand up long? I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, I was in once and got booted out because you couldn't hear me.
Discord likes to mess with you. Did you have a nice Easter, dear?
I did. Just
Good.
finer than frog hair.
Finer. You can't get no finer than that. Frog hair is pretty damn fine.
Hi, Jenny.
All
welcome
right.
back.
Tony DiPaolo said he's going to be there. What did you do? Oh, did you? Well, let me. I hit go. Lord have mercy. Tony DiPaolo is going to be there, so I'm looking forward. He lives in San Antonio. Oh shit, that's great. Then he ought to know where the best tacos are. You stupid thing. Let me hit you with a hammer. Technology, don't you just love it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do actually.
Yes, I do. Let me thank Anthony DiPaolo. Thank you, brother. He just sent me $20 on the internet. That doesn't show up on the. If he hadn't have said that, I wouldn't have known. So I'm glad he said that, because that happens sometimes after the show. I'll check my mail, and there will be a donation, and it comes in. It doesn't go through the. This went straight in, so thank you very much for that, brother. But yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Tony, and looking forward to it, brother. I am. I do. This is the one thing that I get to do. That is the fun part of this whole thing. Because although I get a lot of satisfaction of this show, this opening my mouth has brought me and my family a lot of fucking grief. But you don't
John?
back down from that shit.
A few minutes ago,
So I need more security.
You want
John,
to hear some other bad news?
Wait. Let's get the bad news first, Bernadette. Hold on, okay?
Okay.
What's the bad news, Jen?
I have these two friends, Bob and Alex, and she is a trans woman,
Right.
trans masculine NB. She has applied, or he has applied, and has been accepted by Germany to immigrate there as a political refugee.
Really?
right on.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
That's a statement. That's a
Yeah.
statement.
It's a damn shame, Jen,
It is.
that he has to leave his own country and go apply somewhere else as a refugee because of the lack of tolerance in this country.
Indeed.
It's a damn shame.
Indeed. And transgender is one of the ones that takes it on the chin all the time. All the
So,
time.
John, what I was going to say is that the YouTube channel is screaming credit.
Oh, is it?
Please subscribe.
Yeah.
How time flies. Credits. Which one was the credits? Oh, shit. I need to know. Oh, there they are.
Damn shame.
There they are. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. Those names going across that support this show on a monthly basis through Patreon. Believe me, I'm so thankful for that. That pays the bills, baby. That helps pay the bills. And donations tonight. I just so appreciate that. Just one. Switching scenes. That reminds me. Anyway, Monday. That's the day, baby. Tomorrow's going to be a hell of a news day.
Hey, Jen?
We're gonna see. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say to Jen, to your friend that's making this choice to immigrate to Germany, more power to them, and may
Yeah.
they find peace in life in a more civilized country than ours, because ours is out of control right now, and I don't blame them.
Germany
I
is
don't
much
blame
more
them.
acceptable, and a more acceptable society. Think of that. Yes,
Germany, of all places.
of all places, has a more
Which
welcoming.
only goes to prove that we can change
Yes.
Indeed,
for the better.
indeed, and that the road we travel, baby, the road we travel. If we're not able to stand up for each other, all of us, whether you're straight or part of the LGBTQ community, the right screams about individual rights. Well, then get your nose out of everybody else's business and tend to your own individual rights. Because that's what pisses me off about the whole LGBT. It's none of your freaking business. None. What difference does it make to you?
But they've made it everybody's
They
business.
have.
Yeah,
It's like they
That's
think
the problem.
they
Have you
think
heard
that,
about
that,
the-
that transgender people are they're not born that way. They're changed by society. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I
John,
no,
have you-
it's not. It's in your DNA who you are, not the body you were born into.
I'll go one farther, John.
What's that?
Fuck anybody that has an opinion about it that doesn't even know
Doesn't
anybody.
no
that's
one.
trans.
Doesn't know
Yeah.
anybody that has suffered through that kind of trash. It's-
John, did you hear about the leak, the big email leak?
What email leak?
the Pentagon.
Oh,
No, and fuck the Pentagon.
not the Pentagon.
A few years ago, I think I'll bet you remember me talking about the trans issues and how there's going to be this big political thing coming down, and the right wing is gathering their horses and making plans and all that, and everybody kind of went, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well, last week or so, week and a half now, Mother Jones magazine was given 2,603 emails that were leaked from the group of people, the rich Republicans, politicians, and religious people, and influential rich Republicans, planning the assault on trans people. It's all there in black and white, and it's
Yeah.
not getting any press.
It's an issue. And them that have made it one. So much I want to say.
They've got them on everything. They've got them sitting around planning what words should we use. What is going to get people most upset? What words? should we
Yes.
use? What lies should we construct?
They do the same thing with race issue, with all of it.
Yeah.
It's planned. They search for the right keywords. They want the right vernacular out there. They want
Certainly do.
to control we didn't come up with woke. There ain't no Democrat came, hey, we're woke. No, that's bullshit. They always doing that. They try to find the words that are going to stir hatred in other people, regardless of the issue, because they use it on all of them.
It's called gaslighting.
Yes, there
And
you
they're
go.
very, very, very good at it.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. This has been an interesting
Because-
show tonight.
And the only reason why they're very good at it is because they have no platform to run on.
No, they don't have any of the issues. They don't want to stand on anything except social issues right now. That's it. And it's bullshit. Oh, man. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, squirrel. I got distracted. It's been a rough day. I'm having to update my security system. Anytime that somebody says I have to update my security system, there's a fucking reason why.
Uh-oh.
And
What's the reason? What's going on?
nothing. Nothing I can talk about. Anyway, let me thank Louis Russo, who just came in the room and donated $10. He said, boy, howdy shit. That's not what he said. That's what I said. I don't have much, but John screwed up and let me know his Cash App. I'm paying another month's internet, I hope. Brother, Louis, thank you very much, brother. Be careful.
Thank you, Louis.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you very much.
That's all you gotta say, John.
Thank you much.
It's been a rough day. Louis, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it tremendously. I'm actually trying. I want to do something different because this is just. It's got to change. We've been doing this set for a long time now. I've got to do something a little different, just to make it.
Do the next show.
What
naked.
you do?
I got a green screen. I just get up and walk in front of it and then do an action on the spot report or some shit. I don't know.
Do the show naked, John.
I am trying. I want to. I don't give a shit what I have to do if I got to get up and bang a drum or dance on my head to get people motivated to stay involved in this thing, not in this blue dot thing. This democracy, this fight for democracy, this fight for all of us. This we the people instead of we the wealthy. Because it's we the people that make the decisions. We just have to realize that. We can't make decisions in a lot of things in our life. The one thing we have control over is who represents me. Who is representing my voice in the mayor's office, in the city council, in your state legislature, in Congress, in the Senate, in the White House. Who is representing my voice? And like I said, when Republicans and independents come out and vote, Democrats win. It's all in the motivation, baby. Anyway, kayak sessions would be good, John. I have a kayak right out the back door. Haven't dragged it in the water in a while because it ain't been cold, but I've been lazy. That's what I need to do. That I need to go out for a kayak ride. It would probably be one of the better things for my own well-being. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and joining in the conversation. And no, Bart, I'm not a born leader. I'm a born mouth, buddy. But thank you for that. This family only grows because of this family, how we interact with each other. Not only those that are on stage with us right now, those in the audience on Discord, but those that go on in this chat on YouTube, on Facebook. There's the family. And that's the glue that binds us all together, is y'all. I just have the station, the place to meet. It makes me no more important than every one of us. Our only power is in us together. I don't have any power. It's only when we come together that we wield that power. And this Blue Dot family grows, and I've always said it from the beginning. There's more Blue Dots out there than watch my show. They don't even know they're Blue Dots. They don't know the word Blue Dot unless somebody said something to them. But they're Democrats. They're independents out there that have a vision for a future that includes all of us, that lifts all boats, that has something more desirable for their society than poor, hungry, and needing a job. We can do better, and we have to, because the ages are changing. The technology is advancing, and the more it does, the more jobs will be lost. What are we going to do? You can't just throw them out of the lifeboat, baby. They'll drown.
You vote.
You vote. Anyway, I love everybody for coming in and visiting tonight. We got a full room here. I got to lean closer here because I got to get rid of these guys first. Hey, Ed.
No, John.
Hey,
Ladies
Ed.
first. Ladies first.
You're the only one,
Ladies
buddy.
first.
You're the only guy. We got a room
I
full
think
of
you-
women and
Ladies
you
first, John.
and me.
First.
Stop. I think you should make an exception tonight and let Ed be
Yes.
last.
You think so?
Let Ed
Yes,
go last.
be last.
All right. See, that's the way democracy works. They voted.
We voted.
They voted. So,
Active chivalry. It's an active chivalry.
is that what it is? Okay, well then let me lean over. Is it Karen? Karen. Oh, see,
Yes.
you know what you messed me up with tonight, darling?
What?
You got the bunny rabbit thing.
Honey, that's the one I'm not technologically savvy. I picked the first damn thing I could put my finger.
That one just messes me up. All the other ones I could even the little thing, but that one I think it's somebody in particular until I lean in and see it.
K for Karen, J for Joe.
I know
okay?
I know it, but I can't see the K. Kind of looks like a J from here. I don't know. I know it's
It
just.
does not look like a J,
Anyway,
John.
Karen, thank you so much for coming in tonight, darling. We appreciate it tremendously.
Well, I want to say the reason I joined this group is I live by myself. Everybody around me is Trumpers. My family, my friends. And I live by myself, and sometimes I can't push.
Oh, baby.
We're your family now, dear.
Yeah,
We're here.
You gotta.
Absolutely.
We'll be here. I know how you feel, sweetheart. I really do. I don't live by myself, but that isolation, yeah, we feel it here.
I really.
Well, make sure you come back, Karen.
We got you,
Just
girl.
keep coming back, baby.
We're
We're here.
most friends.
You know, and you know how to get to the blue room, right?
Join us in the blue room after.
Okay.
All right.
Struggle each time to get on here. I've been lucky. I wanted to ask Angie whereabouts in Tennessee.
Nashville,
I was born in Greenville. Do you know?
Greenville. Seems like I've heard of it, but I just can't place it right now.
Greene County. It's the poorest county in Tennessee. I was born there, but my mom, when I was 5, took us all back to Cleveland and raised us there. And then every time Mom would get pregnant, she would go back down to Tennessee to have us, and then bring us back to Cleveland. So we were all born in Tennessee, raised in Cleveland.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, Karen, I just hang on, baby.
You are not alone, my
You're
dear,
not alone,
okay?
baby.
and
You are not
We're most
alone.
friends.
thank you.
And reach out in here anytime you want, because there's people hanging around the blue room lots of times, just waiting to talk to somebody.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
go
know-
in there.
I don't know how to talk to somebody else except for to do this. And I try to get on the comment section on Facebook, and it won't let me comment. So,
Let me know in the blue room, and we'll try to fix that. I could.
like I said, I don't know how to let you know, except for telling you right now. I
Yeah.
don't know how to do any of this shit.
Wait a minute. You're on Facebook, right?
I'm on Facebook too.
Okay.
This shit drives me out of my fucking mind.
Let me see. Do you mind saying your name on the air, or you would do this?
Oh, no, I don't mind. My name is Karen Kuhn.
Oh, Karen Coon. Jesus.
Yes.
Well, wait. I thought I already did that. You're right there. Yes. Wait.
I
Yes,
tried,
we are
but-
friends.
Yeah, but it won't let me comment. I tried today to comment, and it won't let me comment.
Oh shit.
There are other reasons for that. And yeah.
Various rooms can be locked out from commenting by anyone.
I'm going to give the honest answer. I don't freaking know. I'd have to ask my son. I'd have to go, hey, Karen says she can't comment. Oh,
Well,
okay.
get off of
Get that,
Facebook and come
Travis.
on over to YouTube. We will never stop you from commenting
Yeah.
over
Oh,
on YouTube.
yeah.
Now, how do I do that?
On your in a browser, YouTube, Google, go to Google and then click on YouTube.
And
I know how.
and look for a
YouTube.
blue dot in Texas.
Yep, a blue
Okay.
dot Texas.
That's what I am
Okay.
on YouTube. On Facebook, I
Okay.
go under my name, but on YouTube, it's it's a blue dot in Texas. I'm dropping shit.
Okay.
So, and you should be able to comment there all the time.
Yep.
So I get comments from people that, ooh,
Yeah,
Oh.
because there's a lot of information I would like to relay to the group that I think they would be interested in. I read constantly. Constantly I'm reading. And there's information that I would like to share with the group that I think they would find very informative, but I
You can
don't.
put it in discussion.
That would be in the blue rooms more so. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how to do that. I was touching everything on my page on the blue room, and it couldn't get me anywhere. So I'm like, oh, so excuse my language.
That's okay.
You can't get to the blue room?
Well, let's talk about that after you wind the show up.
Yeah,
She can
let's
stay
wind.
on.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get it moved. Ooh, look at the time. All right, Karen, we'll try to get that taken care of. Miss Linda.
Sir.
Thank you, baby.
You're all welcome.
Good night, Mary Ellen.
Thank you. Good night, John Boy.
There you go. Thank you. And Angie.
Hey.
Angie, thank you for coming in, darling. We appreciate it.
All right. Good night. I'm going to go get me some dinner, I think.
Oh, there you go. There's an idea. I'm thinking I got egg rolls out there. I'm kind of on egg roll thing right now. Anyway.
All right. Good night.
Good night, Angie. And Jen. Jen, thank you so much for coming in, darling. We have missed you.
I'm glad I stopped in. I will promise you I will try to make it more often in the future.
We would love that.
Right on.
We would love that.
Yeah, good seeing
We
you.
would love it.
In the meantime, keep
Miss
the fight
your
up,
voice.
baby.
I will keep it up.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming in. And since I have to be such a nice guy tonight, Miss Chick, good night, darling. Thank you
Well,
so
good night,
much.
John. Remind the people what they have to do.
They have to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that
Yes,
button
they
right
do.
down there and that shit right
Good
there.
night.
It makes a big difference. It makes us feel good. And so, yeah, do that. Like, share, subscribe, and share that shit, as Leo Sahaki would be saying. So we appreciate that. But Miss Chick, thank you so much.
You're welcome, John.
And Bernadette,
Yes, sir.
thank you, darling.
Happy Easter to
Happy
everybody,
Easter to everybody.
and yeah, let's get out the vote. Let's start now and get out the vote, because there's a hell of a lot more of us than there are of them.
That's true,
And we
baby.
can change America. Okay?
We
So
can.
let's do that.
Let's do it.
And I'm glad that all of us ladies were first to go, and now it's first
It's
Sir
Ed.
Ed.
Now we ought to have a drum roll. You ready? Good night, Ed.
Good night, John.
All right, see y'all later. Now that was it for wrapping up. No.
You see, John, you see how easy it is? I mean, just to be an act of chivalry, being a gentleman.
Thank
That'd
you,
be
Ed.
fair. I
Ed.
thought I was being a gentleman by letting the ladies go last.
Yeah, I know, but I want to wish you a happy Easter, and of
Thank
course,
you, brother.
love the flag. Love the flag. Keep it up.
I do like the flag. I've got plans for that thing, because occasionally John goes someplace and oh look, there they are, and then I could just drive around the corner, put that thing right up, and then drive right in front. Anyway, I keep that thing handy, but right now it's going to stay up there.
Oh, and John,
Yes, sir.
I want you, if you have some sort of cash app or any app to pay cash, I wanted to buy you a case of Bud Light. So next time on the Beer and Bud Friday, you have beer, Bud Light, and Bud.
Beer, Bud Light, and Bud. Beer
You have
and
to
Bud
say
and Bud
Bud
Light.
Light
Bud
and Bud-
Light, Bud
Bud
Light.
Light and Bud.
It took me a minute, brother, but let's be honest, it took me more than a minute. It took me several
Yeah,
minutes to
but
get that connection going in my. That's what it does
but
to you.
Make Kid Rock's head explode.
I swear. Ed, thank you very much, brother.
Have
Thank
a great week, everybody.
You too. And
Good night.
and to our whole Blue Dot family.
Bye.
Much love to all. Go ahead. Bernie.
Good night, everyone. Don't get caught.
Don't get caught. That's right. Don't get caught. Anyway, I love you much. Y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Y'all take care, and we'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting, and we should have plenty to talk about. There's going to be a lot of activity on in Tennessee tomorrow, so we're going to see how that turns out. I got my hopes up. I send them right back in. I want to see it. Anyway, y'all have a good night, and we'll see you.